younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really, really, really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Well, good evening. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear the music. Okay. I'll pretend. Okay. I'm on? Okay.
Yep.
Great. Well, welcome everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our Monday evening community call. I am your co-host Robin along with Gregory, and we get together every Monday to be with you, our community, our beloved community, and welcome all you new people. And what we do on this call is we give corporate updates, we share what's going on in our Live Younger community, and we love to celebrate our new directors and above and get some success tips. And as everybody knows, as you hear me say over and over and again, this is a relationship business. And many, many years ago, Gregory met Kai, and then I met Kai, and we developed this wonderful relationship. And Kai shared the technology with us, and the rest is history. Well, tonight, Kai is going to introduce one of his new directors that he had a long-term relationship with, and he's going to share a little bit about that. And also, we also have Pete Redicop on, so we are blessed to have two of Cameron Cushing's upline with us tonight. And I'm going to turn it over to Kai, and then I guess, Pete, you can say a few words, and then we'll hear from Cameron.
Well, thank you, Robin. It's really my pleasure to introduce Cameron. Cameron's somebody I've known for almost 15 years, I believe. And we worked in a water company for 5 years, 4 or 5 years. We were working together, and he became a superstar. He was a superstar there. He went to the top of the pay plan and lived up in Canada. And he was just an amazing guy, and I really enjoyed working with him and getting to know him in that situation. And so I had heard he kind of moved down to Mexico and moved down to Playa del Carmen. And so when Pete came into the business and he was living down there in Playa del Carmen, I said, we've got to find Cameron. But I wasn't able to find where he was. His phone number had changed and his email had changed, or at least I wasn't able to contact him. And another Peter actually met Cameron and invited him to one of the meetings. And I had flown down from where I lived in Puerto Rico to go to the meeting, and I saw Cameron. So it was just really, really fun to reunite with Cameron. And Cameron is one of those people that is really special. He just has a real sparkle. He's a winner. People love him. He has very high quality people that surround him. So when he introduces you to some of his contacts, these are people that really are movers and shakers. We did a 3-way just the other day. So I'm talking too much already. Cameron can speak for himself. He's an amazing guy, and you're all in for a treat tonight. Cameron, well, I'm just going to turn it over to Pete first.
Great. Cameron, why don't you turn your camera on while you listen to Pete talk about you for a little bit? Pete, you want to come on? This is fun. You get
Hey, Robin.
Great
to see you, and always a treat to see my wonderful sponsor, Kai Jacobson, as well, and that lovely introduction to our amazing friend from Playa del Carmen, Cameron Cushing. Let me share a little story about Cameron. I met Cameron 2 years ago when my friend from Holland, Peter Langelier, decided I'm going to invite some of the sharpest people I know, and Cameron ended up at the event. I already knew about Cameron from Kai in previous conversations, and Kai stated to me, I know this incredible guy down in Playa del Carmen. I don't know if you can find him or track him or trace him. And I heard all these stories about the water company and his relationship that he had with this individual that had moved to Playa del Carmen. Lo and behold, Peter Langelier from Holland, who lives in Playa del Carmen, who's amazing as well, he's an amazing soul. He knew Cameron, had developed a relationship with him, in his circles in Playa del Carmen. And here was Cameron at the event. Robin and Gregory were there at the Freaky Tiki, and Cameron was there, and Kai was there, and it was just like magic. The night was incredible, and I got to know Cameron that night, and we've had a pretty good relationship. And Cameron's going to share his story tonight of how he started and how he really got started and fired up. So, Cameron, I'm so proud of you. It's such a treat getting to know you and really being in your home and sharing your personal Tesla coiled frequency thing that you did with us. It's amazing. We knew you were into energy. We knew this would be a perfect fit for you, Cameron, and you've discovered that yourself. So why don't you just share with us how that all came about and where you are today? You're just on fire. Cameron crushing it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't need to say anything else other than Cameron's living the dream life that a lot of people literally dream about. You know, moved from Canada down to the beaches. He's right on the beach in Playa del Carmen. He only had to go up the road a little bit to get to Cancun. He was an incentive trip winner. And I'm going to let you share a little bit about, you know, Cameron came into the business, you know, when we went to Playa del Carmen a few years ago, and then he wasn't active for a few years. And then Pete invited him over to his house to watch Heart to Heart, and the rest is history. And he got to director quickly. So Cameron, how'd you get there so fast?
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you all so much. I feel like I'm the star of the show. I'm
You
very
are.
humbled.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And yeah, Kai and I have known each other for 15 years. So it was very synchronistic that we're able to work together. You know, we're both living in different countries again, and we're able to work together again. So this is so exciting. And first, I'd like to say thank you as well to Robin and Gregory, and to Kai Jacobson and to Pete Redekop and Hannah and Pete Langelar, and also Judy Friesen and Carl Krebs and Corolla and all of my team. This is all a team effort, and we're all doing this together. So we raise each other up. So it's so great. And so, yes, 2 years ago, I started to hear about the stem cell patch technology. And then I heard that Kai and other people were coming to Playa del Carmen. And so I went to the events and was very inspired. And I joined as a brand partner. I looked in my back office, and it was May 10th, 2 years ago. So it's coming up on 2 years in a couple of weeks. And yeah, I think I bought $500 worth of the products, and I didn't do anything with them. I just kind of, I don't even remember, I maybe used them for a couple of weeks, not even consistently, and just put it aside. The timing was simply not right for me. And so fast forward to November, and Pete Redekop had invited me over to his place to watch the replays. He had a recording of the Heart to Heart conference, I believe it was in October of last year in Orlando. And I said, okay, that sounds interesting. I like the name of the conference. And, you know, I figured I'd be over there for an hour watching some of the highlights. I stayed for 5 hours. I asked Pete for a link to the recording, and I ended up watching it over the weekend for several more hours, and said, yes, I want to work with this company. The timing's right. And I already had a bunch of patches, so I started wearing them in November of last year consistently. I've been wearing them every day now it'll be 6 months at the end of this month. And I started to work with the company, end of November, December. And one of my first goals was, you know, I heard about the incentive trip, and I put that on my goal, on my list right away to win and make it to the trip in Cancun. Not so much for the beach time, because I already live on one of the nicest beaches in Mexico, but to network with other like minds and to learn with other leaders that were at the event. So it was really wonderful. So.
Thank you. And I hope people heard what Cameron was talking about. I'll get my camera on. Cameron talked about, when we do these calls, it's really good to have a notepad handy. And Cameron said something really, I think, very important called timing. When he was first introduced, the timing wasn't quite right.
Mhm.
But, Pete and Peter stayed connected, and they live quite the lifestyle down there. We've been privileged to step into it a few times and see those great, business meetings at Chocolat Coffee Shop. Um, and the amazing people from all over the world. So the timing was right. And the other thing is Pete shared the Heart to Heart convention with Cameron. And he invited him for just a small amount, but look what happened. So never underestimate exposing people to what we have available. And 2 years is May 10th.
Yep, 2 years is May 10th. Yep. And Pete had talked to me several times. Pete Langelaar.
Langle. I know it's
I
not
was
an
one of the
easy
guys
name.
yeah, I was one of the people that said no, many times, and then it just ended up being the right timing. And yeah, I'm happy to share a little bit about my actions that I've been doing the last 5 months.
Yeah. Why don't you give us a few hot tips here? What are some success tips that people can walk away with? What did you do? You said you first made a decision and set a goal because you wanted to go on that incentive trip, not so much for the beach as the people, from what you shared with me. So what else did you do?
So how do we refer to it as a daily method of operations, I think?
You
Yeah,
got
I set some goals and set some intentions and then followed up with actions. And so one of my first goals was, I can use this month, for example. My goal was to become a director and to have 5 new brand partners, come into the business this month. And that's already been achieved, by with myself and the efforts of my team. And so when I started working with the company, I'm working 15 to 20 hours a week. And my goal is to, and I've been doing this weekly, is to make 20 to 25 new contacts every week. And so a contact for me is I reach out to someone either on the phone or through a text message, and I get a response. And so we have a two-way interaction, and then I have a follow-up conversation and set an intention after that if there's some interest. And then I'm watching 5 to 7 hours a week, 5 hours a week of training. It's maybe about 7, so 5 to 7 hours a week. I'm on the training calls every week, and the training calls are training on the business, and they're testimonial calls, and hearing people's testimonials, and then other healthcare practitioners and other colleagues that are sharing about what works in the business for them. And then and that right there is a good way to gauge if somebody's really interested in working the business. If someone says they're interested in working the business, well, are you willing to commit to 5 hours a week on the training calls? It's not a big commitment, and the return is huge. It's one of the best ways that I've been able to learn and grow in this business, and to get to know my colleagues and friends and people that are coming and working with us. And then I do the 3-way calls, and that's really my 15 to 20 hours a week, the 3-way calls. And then I'm having conversations with people that come back to me and want to engage and say, yes, how do I get the product, or how do I learn about being a brand partner and working with us? And that's basically what I've been doing so far. And now fast forward to next month, I'm just finishing a work contract that I've been doing 20 to 25 hours a week. And so I'm going to take that time and dedicate a big percentage of that time to taking this company to the next level.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So again, Cameron said some really important things for everyone to pay attention to. Consistency. He's consistently doing daily method of operation, getting connected, using the team. He knows about the team. And what Kai said about the quality of people that Cameron brings on, I vouch for that with big time because I've been blessed to be on many of those calls with Cameron and his friends, and we even have one mutual friend from, from my past, who's his,
Oh, wow.
upstairs neighbor, I think. And
Yep.
that was kind of fun. And so, being consistent and making decisions and becoming educated and using the team. And, you said it right in the beginning. The first thing you did was thank the team. And this is a team sport, and you are absolutely a team player. And it's been literally a joy to work with you. And Cameron and I spent quite a bit of time counting numbers to get on that Cancun trip. We got to know each other real well. And I've just so thoroughly enjoyed. I remember meeting you and just totally, you're such a light. And I was a little sad when you weren't around for a while, but I was really happy when you came back. So
Thank you so much.
Cameron, congratulations. Gregory, you want to say anything?
Yeah, you read my mind. I was just reaching for my my video button. Congratulations, Cameron. You're such a light beam, and you can see the light glowing and growing behind you there. Just a fellow brother on the path and
Thank you.
an amazing healer, someone that really loves to help people. And you've had your own wellness practice for quite some time using some pretty advanced Tesla technologies that the LifeWave, and our own Mr. Tesla, comes along with the patches, and it just blends so nicely. So congratulations. And I'm just going to share my screen real quick because Cameron's not only new director, he was the first new director to grab the director bonus, because we opened up our manager and bonus to making it a manager and director matching bonus. And you were the first one. You just slid right in there. So congratulations. Extra $250 that you're getting from Robin and I. And, we just, you bring so much to the table. I can't wait for our next trip to Playa del Carmen to be there with you and Pete and the rest of the team down there.
Thank you so much, Gregory. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and Kai, Pete, any last comments before we move it on?
And
Just want to say, Cameron, it's an honor to be working with you, and to everyone listening in the audience, don't underestimate the power of someone else sharing David Schmidt's message or something that you are passionate and excited about, and sharing it with them the way we did with Cameron and many others. We had 7-8 people in our home watching the replay, and they don't all respond the way Cameron did, but you're going to find your shining star when you do that and you open your home up. And we found ours in Cameron Cushing. So again, congratulations, Cameron.
Thank you so much, Pete.
The little piece I would add is special kudos to Pete Reddecup for really following up and not giving up. And just, it just teaches me about perseverance but doing it what I call with permission marketing, not like vomiting all over the person all the time, but just respectfully giving space, but staying steady forward, leaning forward in a steady way. And when neat events come up, like the conference, and making that available to Cameron, when the timing was right, it became right, and now it's magic. And so that's a very special thing. I just wanted to really accent that for everybody, not to ever give up and to do that respectfully.
Yes.
And I created a name for that, Kai. It's called professional persistence. It's just
Okay.
borderline of being, aggressive, but being professional about it. And it works. Timing.
That's awesome. And I'd just like to share too that, consistently wearing the patches this time around, I've noticed a lot of changes, and it'll be 6 months at the end of this month. And wow, I'm noticing it, and I'm having other people say things to me, and it's a really incredible technology. I really enjoy using it. And yeah, it's very unique, and it's probably one of the most powerful tools that we have access to help, assist our body to come back to homeostasis and do what we love and love what we do naturally. It's been amazing. Yeah. So thank you.
all right. Thanks, everybody. You can put your camera off now, Cameron. Thank you for being with us, and we'll move on into the next part of our call where we take a look at what's going on. And Gregory's brought up the newsletter. If you are not getting the newsletter at the bottom, it's always in Live Younger Success. You can open it up and click at the bottom, join our mail list. We want to make sure you're up to date on everything that's going on. So back to you, honey.
Yeah, so let's talk about what's going on, and and it's just about upon us. So we're going to discuss a few upcoming major events, and next weekend in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of May in Houston, yours truly, Robin's going to be there. Not me, but her. One of us got to stay home. We got some projects going at the home front that we can't be away from. So Robin is going to be there representing us, and was invited to do a couple of trainings there, honey. One for the general session, and I think one for the breakout session with the SPDs and the PDs, I believe. And I don't know.
I'm not sure who the audience is, but I'm got a training on Friday and one on Saturday, and I'm very happy
For it. That's awesome. So so it's at the Marriott West Chase in Houston, being hosted by Garrett Johnson. Robin and number of other SPDs will be there supporting and participating in the training. It's going to be a great event. So if you got anybody in the surrounding area, on Thursday, there's an opportunity meeting from 7 to 8:30. And then Friday, the training starts from 2 to 6, so people have time to fly in, and then all day Saturday. Okay, so the next big event, woohoo, this last Thursday, if you can't attend live, you know, I invite everyone to participate in the replays of our Thursday morning training, because this Thursday morning, just a few days ago, Janet Kiefer did a wonderful presentation on the next upcoming all-inclusive vacation, the incentive rewards trip for North America, for Canada, US, and Mexico, and that's to Punta Cana in Puerto Rico. No, not Puerto Rico, excuse me, Dominican Republic, not too far from you, Kai, in the Dominican Republic. So the qualification period doesn't start till April 29th, but if you want to get a heads up and head start on the behavior that's going to get you there, you're going to want to listen to that replay. You can click right there and hear the replay, and we will be talking more and more about that leading up to the launch of the program. Any comments, Robin? I see you shut your camera off. Are you still there?
I am.
Good. Okay.
I'm here. You're doing a great job. So keep going.
So then Saturday, July 20th, Robin and I will both be there in Orlando for this cellular activation technology seminar. We're working with new verbiage, you know, thanks to the FDA. You know, we're kind of toning down being the world leader in stem cell activation. We're going to be the world leader in cellular activation. That's another, you know, light therapy. And you know, the company and we individually are playing with different words and vernacular we can use to talk about our amazing health and life affirming technology. But so I invite everyone to, there's seats. Last time we did one down there in Orlando, we had 1,200 seats and we filled every one of them. This time we'll have 1,500 seats, and I bet you we're going to fill every one of them. So if you have any inkling you're going to be there, I invite you to pre-order a ticket and be there with us. You deserve a break today.
Remember, the most fun wins. So we look forward to dancing with you in the evening.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes,
So,
you know, having that kind of getting all that energy during the day, it's just really healthy to move it through your body. You know,
yeah.
It's not just fun, it's really healthy.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Okay.
next, honey?
The next is the big Dallas event. We're going to be back in Texas for our annual convention, our 20th anniversary convention. So that's something we're all going to want to be there for. Now they only have 6,000 seats for that. About 5,000 already sold. So I invite you to take advantage of the limited seating that is available. We had 3,000 people. We sold out full house last year. Now we're doubling it to 6,000. So and by the way, got the update from our country manager Garrett Johnson saying that February of this year, 2024, our sales in the US were double what they were February 2023. So
You talking February or March?
yeah,
I know they said March was the biggest month in history.
yeah,
that
March was the biggest month in history. In February, our sales were double from the previous year.
Great, great. So we are in the right place at the right time. You know, they talk about you want to ride a business trend. You know, the best way to make money is to ride a trend, and we have a trend with our business, and we have a trend and momentum with the company, and what we're doing in the world is changing people's lives. So it is the right timing. And I do want to say that at the you know, they've been talking about this 20th anniversary, and every year they want to, you know, do something even that outdoes the last year. And we do have a new technology coming out, and we have heard that it may be as big, if not bigger, than X39. So just imagine what that would mean to your life and your business. So, and we do recommend you get tickets, because we hate to have people say, oh, darn, I waited to the last minute, and it will be too late. Okay. So there, onward.
Well, that's the bulk of what we want to talk about. The
I mean,
download,
we got the spin.
we're coming up to that.
Okay.
Okay. You know, some of our more recent videos and downloads are available. And the next thing is our weekly spin. Back to you,
Yeah.
Robin.
I do want to brag about the comp plan. Go back to that for a little bit. Gregory did a brilliant job going through the comp plan about for someone who's really new and doesn't understand it at all. And he walks through all the resources and tools that Gregory and Judy Daniel mostly put together. It's brilliant. It's simple. Whatever kind of learner you are, audio, visual, charts, whatever, we have it all, and it's really well done. And like you've heard the story many times, you don't need to understand the comp plan to make money. And if you understand the comp plan, it doesn't mean you're going to make money. So it is good to know the basics. And you know, Gregory really divided it beautifully, that there's 3 phases of the comp plan, and you want to give people enough for wherever they're at. Because when someone is brand new, it's too much to go through all of it. But phase 1 is really important, because you can start making money immediately with $25. Okay, now we can move to the spin.
Let's do the spin.
The spin. So what we do every week you know, we got some more product left here, and we're going to be giving an X39 sleeve to the winner. For those of you that post your stories in Vibrant Living, people share those stories. I was searching today for a story for someone, and it was really fun. I took a trip down memory lane, because I did a search in Vibrant Living for the word memory, and I came up with so many great things. And so it is available to you. So if you post your compliance story in Vibrant Living, you have an opportunity to win a sleeve of patches. And I do want to say, I posted my story. I don't qualify for the spin though, by the way, darn. But I posted my story, and I also put it on my personal Facebook, and little did I know it was going to turn into some friends of mine from 40 years ago that saw it. And 2 silver packs happened yesterday because of it. And so now I'm thrilled to get reconnected with some old friends from when I used to live in San Diego, because I posted. You never know what's going to happen. So drum roll, please. And the winner is dun dun dun. This It's Darlene Clayholtz. Yay! And for those of you that don't know Darlene, Darlene is a winner for sure. Darlene and Gregory did a wonderful program on our Thursday morning business chat on how to host a home meeting, and she does them regularly, and pretty close to 100% enrollment on every time she does it. And she goes to this place called Cripple Creep with her husband, and they do spins on what's it called? The slot machines, and they're winners every time. So she is a winner, and I'm so glad you won. She does so much for her team and her customers. It's wonderful. So congratulations, Darlene. Okay.
Okay. So real quick, what's coming up this week? We already had our Monday morning miracle call. It was wonderful. Replays available on Facebook and in YouTube. Tomorrow night, two of our favorites, Michelle Niels and Dr. Barbara Jennings, DC chiropractor, are going to be, Michelle will be interviewing Dr. Barbara, and we'll have a number of great testimonials. So that's our Tuesday X39 Share and Learn. And I'm just going to jump to Sunday because we also have the Sunday X39 Share and Learn with real-time Q&A, and that's an hour-long call. The Tuesday's usually about 35, 40 minutes. But on Sunday evening, there's numerous doctors, where on Tuesday evening, we have one doctor, and it happens to be Dr. Barbara this week. So plug into that. Great. Both of those are great for new brand partners, new customers, and prospects and friends that you just want to share the good news about the LifeWave technology with.
Yeah. And I had some prospects, and I put them on the Sunday night call, and then they signed up. Don't you love it? It works.
That's
It
how you get
works.
those 2 silver packs, right?
Yep. 2 silver packs.
Don't
So
you-
I do want to say in the chat, Jeannie asked when she went to buy her Dallas ticket, it says there's only wait lists. The reason there's a wait list is there's a new registration system. Put your name on the wait list. Don't
Correct.
wait. Yes, put your name on the wait list. Okay.
Glad-
And yes, and thank you, Connie, for creating that amazing call. There were almost 400 people on that call last night. It was fabulous. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's beautiful.
I already talked about the Thursday morning call, so join us live or on the replay. I guarantee it's going to be worth your time and investment there. The investment is only your time because we don't charge.
Yeah. And the first 30 minutes on Thursday is business training that our leaders decide on Wednesday what we're going to train on. And then after that, we have 30-minute business Q&A. You can ask any kind of business question. It doesn't need to relate to the training that we had that day, although the comp plan training certainly generated a lot of questions and went that direction. But it's available for any kind of questions about the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've already spoken about the Miracle Call. The Power of the Patch webinar is still there for viewing 7 days a week, 6 times a day. Live Younger hats and shirts and name badges are available. So that pretty much does a wrap on what we had to share with you tonight. Robin, did you have anything else you wanted to share before we close it up?
Happy Earth Day. Happy Passover. It is springtime, and we live in Montana, and we had snow the other day, and the crocuses and the hyacinths and the daffodils and the tulips are up, and we never know, but it is gorgeous, and I love that spring green. So spring is such a powerful time of rebirth and growth. And I was saying to Gregory the other day, I could feel new energy in the business. I mean, it's really exciting, and so have fun.
All right.
Enjoy.
Well, thanks, everyone. Many blessings, and we'll see you on one of the next upcoming calls.
Bye, everybody. Mwah.
Happy Earth Day. Happy Passover.